This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian.
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hello everyone, this is Tehran's Outlaw, Alireza. And I'm on Wrestling with Entertainment today.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today. The trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and CastBox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. And of course, your host, James J. And it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with Alireza. How are you today, Ali?
All good. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here today. And I hope all is well with you.
Absolutely. Could you tell us what you got coming up event-wise?
So there is this Lucha Libre Fest in Dubai this Saturday. And so technically everyone is supposed to have a new character there. So like in DXP shows in Dubai, I wrestle as Alireza, which is my real name, by the way. Tehran's Outlaw, Alireza. But in this show, everyone's going to be wearing a mask, so it's going to be like a lucha style. So I'm thinking of a new character to showcase in that show. I hope everyone would enjoy it. And there's another trip to Oman, and DXP is having a show there. Honestly, I'm really glad to be a part of the DXP team. And in December, there's a huge event in Dubai, and me and my tag team partner, Cryptid, we're going to be wrestling for the Dubai World Tag Team Championships.
All right. And where can we find you on social media and your merchandise?
So right now, I'm mostly active on Instagram. It goes by the name Alireza 34 Darvish, DARVISH. I'm pretty active there, and again, I hope everyone enjoys the content I create.
And merchandise?
Merchandise, for now, there's no online shop for DXP wrestlers, but they're working on it. We got a new marketing team that's taking care of all these aspects of the business. But for now, the merch are just sold during the events.
Okay. And you don't have to go looking for it. All the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and CastBox. Alright, let's get into it. You work for WrestleFest DXB. Can you tell us about your relationship with that company?
So WrestleFest DXB was my gate to the world of professional wrestling. I always feel in depth to DXB because of the opportunities they've given me, and honestly, the situation, like from A to Z, all right, it's really professional for a for a wrestling promotion that's been only active for like 3 years, and in a country where there was no wrestling promotion before that. Like it is really professional. And like I said, I'm really happy and honored to be a part of this team, and hopefully, God willing, I will be building up from this level.
Oh yeah. And you just mentioned, this lucha show. Walking under a mask, being a luchador. Um, how are you approaching that right now? Coming up with a character, other than yourself.
So at first I was thinking of the like the creatures, like the evil creatures we there are in the fantasies and the stories. So I just wanted to choose one of them, and then um I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he mentioned that hey, originally you're Iranian, so like way back it was called Persia, and Persia had many kings, like many famous kings, Cyrus the Great being one of them. So we just had a chat about this, and I realized, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go as a son of Cyrus. First of all, to showcase the history and the culture, and secondly, it wouldn't look like everybody else because everybody else, I don't know, they name themselves El Diablo, for example. I don't know, like the devil. Everyone's trying to be scary. So I thought maybe I could bring something new to the table. So that's the character wise, and wrestling wise. I gotta say, I used to wrestle as a high flyer before. I used to train actually as a high flyer. So wrestling wise, I think yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that.
Okay. Now, let's talk about, your most recent match. Well, not too long ago. You wrestled, um, Phaser and, Sexy Sam in a triple threat. Um, Obviously, Sexy Sam is, the champion, right now. So, what was that match like for you?
So first of all, I gotta say, it was the main event, so everything felt different because people had waited all evening for the main event. So I had this responsibility. I could feel it. I felt this responsibility that I have to put on a good show and make everyone happy. And thankfully, the mm, how do I say, the references I got, they were fine. They were okay. People loved it. Uh, Again, so it was Fires, Sexy Sam, both really talented and good wrestlers. Um, I think we hooked the crowd, and physically it was draining this match because many back and forth things. But in total, I would say it was a huge step towards the main show which we have on December 8th in Dubai, and I think we did it perfectly. At least that's what I like to believe in.
Well, it does
Yeah, so
seem
that's about it. Yeah.
well, it does seem like this version of you has been garnering a lot of attraction. Um, New attitude, new rules, and the crowd has been responding to that. What do you kind of attribute that to?
Um. Well, I gotta say, okay. First of all, what do you mean by attribute to exactly? Like, can you elaborate?
Oh, what do you this new attitude that you have? What? How did you develop it?
Ah, I see. All right. So, yeah, the answer I was about to say. So, um, at first, okay, I was a heel. Okay, when I first started wrestling, I was a heel, and then gradually, I did all these heelish moves, heelish stuff. I don't know. spitting in the face. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah.
Say whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know, spitting in the face, slapping them. I have a like a move. It's called the Tehran slap. So it's like a slap followed by drop kick. So at first people would boo me, and then gradually, slowly, people started like clapping and chanting, "Yeah, let's go, do it again, do it again." And I would just go backstage and talk, have a conversation with the director and all. And they would tell me, "Man, people are liking your stuff, and you're a heel, like, but people still would cheer for you. So maybe we should change it up." So and I told them, "Look, I don't want to become like a baby face, like a good guy that the hero you see in the movies." Um, they said, "No, we understand what you mean. So we just want you to um, keep doing the heelish stuff, but in a way people would like it. They like it anyways, okay? But like, have them on your side while you're doing it." To cut it short, I just told them that you mean Eddie Guerrero style, right? And they said yes, exactly. that's what we want from you, and that's how it went actually. Like at first there was no plan for this, but the crowd reaction was that we could build up on this. So that's how it happened actually.
Interesting. So it's safe to say we won't be seeing you enjoying a chicken joy with Kuya.
Why is that? We're both face now, so
Okay.
so there was a promo last show. I hope they uploaded on Instagram. So it was my tag team partner Cryptid and and we were having this this meeting that we were looking for the mystery attacker, and we had a bunch of photos on the whiteboard, and they were all connected to each other with strings, proper detective detective stuff.
Right.
So and I just one of them was Kuya, and I pointed at him and I said, "Chicken Man." I think everyone liked it, so I would say it's possible for us to have a chicken joy and probably a beer. I don't know if he's into it.
Oh yeah. All right. So chicken joy is back on the menu.
I would say yeah.
So you mentioned your tag team partner. Now could you maybe tell us about your relationship with him?
All right. So I had I at first I gotta say I had a huge feud with him in Dubai. The story wise. So I had this sponsor that they wanted to like sponsor a few matches for me, and it was like an auto shop, okay, and their signature was this golden wrench. So we had this story written for us that I don't know, like Cryptid, who is now my tag team partner, back then my enemy. So he would take his car to the auto shop to have it repaired, and I would just tag him and steal the golden wrench. And the guy who owns the place says, okay, whoever gets me the golden wrench back, I would pay him this amount of money. So we were building up towards the huge match, and it was a tables match. This very match is the one where Cryptid slammed me on thumbtacks.
Okay.
yeah. So the photo is on my Instagram page, and it was the first, I would say, important match of my career, and I got to cut a promo after the match, work the crowd, and and by the way, that match is amongst the like top 5 matches of DXP according to the survey to the people.
What is that
And
kind of?
so
Oh, continue. I apologize.
no worries, no worries. So as I was saying, so yeah, they started from there, and so there were a couple of other matches. Like there was this triple threat match. So I was a heel. Another guy was healer. I would say more heel than me, and Cryptid, who's a baby. So in the middle of the match, like we would team up with each other to take the other guy out because he was bigger than us physically. So mid match, we just took him down and we started celebrating and we gave each other high five. And then after that, we were surprised. Oh my God, what just happened? And then we started beating each other up. So yeah, so and people were just reacting to it. And after the show, people would say, we want, yeah, like you two, you guys, you just click. We want to see more of you two, and that's how it happened actually.
Interesting. Um, so, Cryptid, good friend or better enemy?
He's like a brother to me. Like honestly, this tag team thing. So at first we were just two wrestlers. Okay, okay. So story wise, I think we're teaming up. But then gradually this it started to grow into our real lives as well. So good friend, good brother. I'd always be happy to share the ring with him. Much respect. Cryptid, Azizam, I love you, bro. And so yeah, good, best brother I could wish for.
Now you mentioned, the Golden Wrench match, top 5 in DXB history. Um, what does that kind of mean to you to have that match be so highly regarded, so well received by the fans?
That gives me the feeling that I have left my mark on the face of the wrestling scene in Dubai. Like technically, I would say we are the OGs of wrestling in Dubai, kind of, because like we were the first generation, and for me to join the team right before the shows started, but the guys were there way before me, like 5 years, 4 years before me, or even 7, 8 years before me. They were training in Dubai, but there were no legit shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, me joining them exactly at the time where the shows started, where the WrestleFest DXP started, around that time. So it gives me uh, a feeling of pride that I'm really proud of myself. I could say that I joined the guys, and I was able to get a sponsor. Um, being the new guy, but being able to get a sponsor, um, uh, have a match where people will remember. Okay, like we've got wrestlers from, I don't know, former WWE wrestlers, or I don't know, other giant companies and promotions. But I think if I remember correctly, the only match in the history, like in top five, the only match that had two local wrestlers who trained only in Dubai and were trained by Dubai coaches who are Sexy Sam, of course, and Shaheen and Johnny Victory. I owe that guy first. Like I gotta mention, I owe Johnny a lot. I owe all of them a lot actually. And so our match, the Golden Wrench one, was the only match where it had two local wrestlers. Other matches, either one of them was from WWE or one of them was from NJPW that the people would remember. But the whole, like the fully local match was our match, and that makes me proud actually of me and Cryptid.
Hell yeah. Speaking of Shahid, you've been in the ring with him as well. Like you said, trained you. What does it kind of mean to you to share a ring with him, on the opposite side that isn't, training, an actual match?
Actual match with Shaheen. So yeah, I've had it I've experienced it a couple of times. Easy to work with. Easy to work with. Like that would be how would I say it? Like a day without stress in the office. Like if you're facing Shaheen, you're fine. You don't need to worry about anything. Honestly, and at the end, the match would come out really, really technical, with a fast pace, fundamentally fine, basically okay. So yeah, no stress, I would say.
Alright. Well, maybe you caused this person some stress. Could you tell us about your match against Roxxy?
Roxxy. Wow. So you've done your research there. So that was actually like the highlight of my heel career. I faced her like I think more than 3 or 4 times, and I went over only once, I guess. Yeah, it was during the Golden Wrench era of my career where I used to enter with the Golden Wrench.
Right.
So for Roxy, I would say she developed character-wise, wrestling-wise, match by match. Like the first match I had with her, I would say it was fine. Everything was fine. Everything was on the spot. Not, I don't mean by calling. Like I mean spot-wise, the spots were okay. We did everything. So, but again, I'd say match by match, she became a better wrestler. That even if we mess up a spot during the match, then we could fix it together. And it was easy heat also for me because it's a girl, you know what I mean? You hit a girl, people gonna boo you anyways.
Right.
But the thing is, again, I had a bunch of people cheering for me. That's where it triggered, everyone that maybe you should go face, man. Like, you're hitting a girl and people are cheering. Some of them, so like, yeah, that's it.
Now, outside of WrestleFest, you wrestled in Guitar. Obviously a different country than what you're in. What was it like traveling and going there to wrestle?
So that was that was one of my purposes and my targets from the start of my career. I said, I don't want to only like wrestle in Dubai. I want to travel more. Okay, I want to go to different countries, wrestle there, experience the new atmospheres in wrestling. Because every like fan you have from different countries, they have different moods, they have different vibes. So I want to experience all of that, and also again like new locker rooms. I want to know like, for example, is DXP locker room really friendly, or we have friendlier locker rooms, or like I want to know. So for me, that that trip to Doha, Qatar, was like a huge step forward for me. First of all, I want to thank the Rage. He's the head coach there. Shout out to him, Dadasham Rage. This thing is pretty famous between the guys. So Dadasham in my language means my bro in Persian, Farsi. So I keep calling him Dadasham Rage. It's really over. So yeah, shout out to him for booking me, and shout out to Mr. Ali Al-Marifi. He's like like the Doha guys, Qatar guys are really really lucky to have him, because he makes everything possible over there. And just like Dubai guys also. Dubai guys, for us, we're really lucky to have Shaheen for all the marketing, getting us out there.
Right.
Like these kind of people are necessary for the business. And like we need to I don't know how to, like we need to protect them at all costs,
Right.
So yeah, for me, traveling to Doha was a good opportunity. I traveled there twice by now, and I'm planning to go there more often. Maybe even eat every show, because after all, yeah, it's a new experience for me each time, and I will, like, any chance I get, like I could have to get into the ring, I would take it, any chance, in front of 2 people, in front of 10 people, 10,000. I don't care. Like, if it's a match, I want to be there. More experience for me, more matches under my belt. I'm there.
Hell yeah. And obviously wrestling in another country. Was there anything you saw different in the wrestling culture, or how the fans reacted to things?
Yes. So the crowd in Qatar, mostly they were local, and they would just make noise. I would say they were noisier, and it was lovely. Like, it was much easier for me to work there. Whatever I did, someone would, I don't know, do something. Somebody would taunt me. Someone would yell at me. So there was this lady, I never forget. Like, she would just going back and forth at me. Oh, you did this, you did that, and then like she's like an auntie, Like, I went back and forth to the level that after the show, I went to her and I apologized. I said, "Ma'am, that it was like it was for the show. I don't mean it." And she was like, "No, it's fine. It's fine. I loved it. Very good." And the next show again, I just walked through the curtain and I just saw her and I just stared at her, and again she started talking. Talking at me, pointing her finger at me and all that. So yeah, like I would say over there, it's mostly locals, but Dubai, it's diverse. Is that the right word? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, we have like different people from different countries, different backgrounds. So for them to kind of all join together and chant or boo, it takes time for them to break the ice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So, but in Doha, it's a different thing.
Sounds like you already have a rival in that old woman.
Man, she's really lovely. She's really lovely. She's like after the shows, each time she just gathers everyone and talks to them. Yeah, I like you. I don't like you. I hate you. I like you. Like, shout out to her as well.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But your opponent for that show, or one of those shows, was changed last minute, no?
Yeah, yeah. So at first, I was supposed to wrestle Rage's cousin. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, and so at first I was supposed to wrestle him, and the match card was all set, but one of the guys caught flu, like he got sick.
Okay.
One of the guys from the main event there, and they had to just change everything up.
Wow.
Changed everything up. Yeah, yeah. Like even the structure of the match card, it changed completely in like matter of 2 or 3 days. So I traveled to Doha thinking about I'm gonna face 1D, but I landed. Rage came pick me up at the airport, and he just told me, "Oh, by the way, you're facing a new opponent." Oh, so now, good to know that. Good to know. So like even for like it wasn't on them. Like exactly the same day I was flying, okay. Like they realized, okay, this guy is sick, he cannot wrestle, so we need to change everything up. Like nothing against him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because because it happens. It happens. It's wrestling after all. It's a live performance, and anything could happen at any time. Even like exactly before the match. Right. I don't know. Some guy gets injured during the warm up. Well, I got injured. I cannot wrestle. Okay, so like now you need to wrestle someone else. So yeah, these things happen.
Cards subject to change.
Yes. That's the phrase. You could say, yeah.
Now you mentioned it. WrestleFest is somewhat of a melting pot of different cultures and diversities. Obviously, yes. Kuya is from the Philippines. Ramsey.
Yeah, from the wrestlers, exactly, from wrestlers to even the crowd. Like this is Dubai. Like I would say Dubai is the crossroads of the world. This is like the intersection. Like everybody's here from everywhere, from countries that you had never heard of. Like you meet people here from, I don't know, a country that's like on the a small country in the eastern part of Africa, for example, or all the way to United States, Japan, everywhere. So I believe that's what makes it interesting, really. So we got wrestlers, as you said, like Kuya and Roxxy from Philippines. We got Jay from UK.
Ramsey from America.
Sorry?
Ramsey from America.
Yeah, Ramsey from Cincinnati. He's really sensitive about this. From Cincinnati. uh, he would break your arm. He would rip your arm off if you say otherwise. Eric is from Cincinnati. We got Shaheen, Fayez, and my bro Cryptid from the UAE, United Arab Emirates. We got Zephyr from Pakistan. We got VK and Raka from India, and we have for now we have regular fly-ins from Doha also, like from Qatar.
Okay.
For example, last show, Classy Ali, who just wrestled in Canada. I think two weeks ago. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. I believe in that show, Bully Ray was there. Jinder Mahal, I don't know his new ring name now.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was there. Yeah. So they were there. So it was like a huge one. Classy Ali. Back then he was by back then I mean 2 weeks ago he was the Qatar champion of QPW, and he lost the title to I forget the guy's name actually, but he's a masked wrestler, a high flyer, luchador, and hopefully we get to see that guy in Doha too. Yeah, so in total I would say it's really diverse, and that's what I love about it.
Okay.
The wrestling scene in Dubai, yeah.
That's what I was gonna get at was, is it? Do you enjoy getting those different types of wrestling culture from everybody else? Because obviously Ramsey's going to have a different outlook on pro wrestling than somebody from the UK. And Kuya, Philippines. So you get all that wrestling, all those different wrestling outlooks.
So the input you give, okay, has to be different from one another, okay. But the outcome is really brilliant, because after all, you would you end up with all these different attitudes, different different points of view on wrestling. Okay, so they would all help you develop your own thing. Okay, you could just handpick the positive attitudes everyone has. Okay, from different backgrounds, different wrestling culture, and you could develop your own thing, and it's a great opportunity. Like, for example, I used to train amateur wrestling before, and my coach used to say, never train with one guy only. Always change your training partner, so you could experience different kind of wrestlers, so you could tie up with different kind of wrestlers, and that thing happens also in pro wrestling. It's exactly the same thing. You need to face different wrestlers with different backgrounds. I don't know, this guy has been trained by, I don't know, A. This guy has been trained by B. This guy has been trained by C. So it goes on. So, you could, as I said, you could handpick the things you like and develop your own thing at the end.
Oh, yeah. So, you're still on your journey to getting that Dubai World Championship. But I feel like this is just as big. The Iron Shiek replied to one of your posts.
Wow. Yes, goosebumps, literally. Man, like I never forget. I just opened up Instagram and I couldn't believe my eyes. You know what I mean? I went to the notifications and I was like, oh my god, like says the real Iron Sheik. And I double checked the page, okay, the Instagram page. Is it really him? Yeah, it's him. Yes, yes, yes. It's the one that I'm following. So yeah, and that's mm, for me. That matters more, even more than, like, I don't know, AEW World Championship, which I would get one day, God willing, or I don't know, WWE or wherever. Because so Iron Sheik is one of the OGs of wrestling worldwide, and the wrestlers I grew up watching Iron Sheik. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So that comment coming from him, okay, under one of my posts, means a lot to me, because we have many originally Iranian wrestlers, but I don't think, like, we have like Arya Daivari, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him in WWE. His big brother and a bunch of other guys in AEW. King Hash, I don't know. Yeah, I think so. So, like, they're originally Iranian, but I don't think that happened to them. I'm not sure, but I don't think that Iron Sheik commented on their posts. So for me, that's like a confirmation from Iron Sheik. So I take that really close to my heart as I carry on my wrestling career. And I think one of the reasons that he also left his comment under one of my posts is that he was born and raised in Tehran, Iran. Okay, Iron Sheik.
Okay.
Yeah, but all these other technically Iranian wrestlers, Iranian with Iranian ethnicity, like almost most of them are like either born in Iran and then traveled to, I don't know, United States, and when they were 6 years old, they don't even speak Farsi properly. So like they couldn't. I mean, I think they cannot. How do I say it?
Represent.
They can, yes, they cannot represent the culture properly. So I think that was his confirmation, and what I mean by representing the culture properly, what I mean by that is, before the Islamic Revolution in Iran, okay, we had pro wrestling in Iran. We had pro wrestlers, everything. After the revolution, everything is stopped. Like back when we had wrestling in Iran, Japan didn't have. Imagine that.
Yeah, it's a little hard to believe.
Sorry?
It's a little hard to believe that they were never wrestling in Japan.
No, like it was like it's like 80 years ago.
Right.
Maybe 80 or 70 years ago, when we were having shows in Iran. But I think back then Japan were like they barely started or haven't even started. I'm pretty sure by that.
That's crazy to think about, really.
Yes, yes. So but the culture, I mean, representing the culture and history of wrestling in Iran, pro wrestling in Iran. Yeah, I mean, what I mean by that is this: that it goes way back. Pro wrestling is way back. Um, it's got roots in Iran also. But then, unfortunately, everything stopped. But now I'm doing my best to put Tehran back on the map.
Oh yeah. And nobody could nobody could mess with you because the Iron Shiek said you are not a jabroni.
True that word. Yeah, exactly. Iron Sheik commented Baba June, and that means, yeah, I am not a jabroni. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Alright. Now one fun thing I noticed that you do in the ring is after you hit your drop kick, you sweep the ring.
So it's not the ring, actually. It's my J's. It's my shoes.
Okay.
So I dust them off, kinda. So my move is not like I slap Tehran slap, and then drop kick, and then I go for the sweep. And Shaheen told me maybe you should call it Tehran swings. I don't know. So, and it doesn't matter if I'm a face or a heel. Like I get the response I want each time I do this. And you know how I got to this understanding that this thing that I do, Tehran swings, let's call it, is really important when so I used to do a moonsault as a finisher back then, but then Shane also does a moonsault. I do a moonsault too. But out of respect, Shane used to do it way before me, so that's his move,
Right.
And so Shaheen was wrestling in NJPW in Cali, California, and so he wasn't here for a couple of months. So in those shows, yeah, I could do the moonsault because Shaheen wasn't there, and I did my matches. I did the moonsaults and everything, and then Shaheen came back, and I couldn't do the moonsault anymore. So I went and I wrestled, and after the show, one of the fans came up to me and said, "Hey, man, you didn't do your move." And right away, I was thinking about the moonsault, but no, he was talking about the Tehran swings, the one I does. Yeah, I swear, and like it, I think that's where I like. I grew up in wrestling. You know what I mean? That was like a turning point. I was like, oh, so wrestling is not moves.
Right.
And shout out to Johnny Victory. He once told me that, hey, wrestling is not the moves. Wrestling is what you do between the moves.
Right.
And like I understood that. I really got that that night when he told me, "Hey, you didn't do your move," and I was thinking about moonsault, but no, he was talking about Tehran swings. I was like, "Oh, he didn't even remember if I did a moonsault or not, but he remembered that." Right. So this is what wrestling. This is what makes the difference between John Cena and Apollo Crews. Like technically, everyone I think would agree that Apollo Crews is technically a better wrestler than John Cena.
Yes,
but,
probably.
Yeah, but I don't know. For example, my uncle knows John Cena, but he has no idea who Apollo Crews is. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, it's
So
not
yeah,
it's not the punch, the diving punch. It's the five knuckle shuffle. It's the you can't
yes,
see me that gets
yes,
people invested.
yes, exactly, exactly. That's what gets people invested. Yes.
And I mean, it just goes to show you because, you know, obviously it's resonating with people because people are um catering the it's memorable to them because obviously you know I'm asking you about it as well.
Yeah, yeah, yes. I agree. I do agree. Yeah, yeah.
All right, I think it's time for Ali's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things can happen. Can you tell us a road story that that fits that description?
Okay, some of the stories I cannot say because it's YouTube.
You could say whatever you want. Um, you're not.
Uh,
It's not going to be as bad.
honestly, I prefer I prefer not to.
That is fine.
um, so a story. I have many different stories I could say, but just a regular one. You know, with the passport I have, it's sometimes an issue to travel here and there,
Hmm.
and like each time I travel to Doha, like it's been once I traveled for training, and the other two times I traveled there for wrestling. Um, and the gate I use in the airport is always like the same people, and they know me now. Like the last time I faced an issue, like they were laughing, like, "Oh, hey, there you go again. What's your problem today? What's the issue you're facing today?" I was like, "Oh, hotel. This time it's hotel. The other time was I don't know, a ticket maybe." So yeah, that's one of the things I could say. And look, backstage, technically, uh, I've experienced Dubai and Doha now. But man, backstage is like high school all over again. Like you would see a 45-year-old man, but acting like a teenager. Everybody is just crazy. I mean, yeah, like the fun I have is like high school. And backstage. Yeah.
Okay. I believe it's time for the colossal question. Let's say they're making a movie about you. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first three songs on your movie soundtrack?
Mm. So one would be Tupac when we ride on our enemies,
Okay.
and the other one would be an Iranian rap that I use now to enter for my entrance music,
Okay.
and third one I like to keep it open because later on I might change it, but for now it's Action Bronson. Action Bronson's Easy Rider. That I hope that Cryptid and I are gonna use this song as our tag team entrance team. Yeah.
All right. A solid three picks to say the least. Now that we have the soundtrack down, everybody knows you get the soundtrack first. Then you write the script, and then you go to casting. Who plays you and you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
Myself?
You can't say yourself.
Oh, I cannot.
You cannot say yourself. You're making a cameo in your movie.
What do you mean by that? Cameo. What's that?
Oh, like
I have no idea what that is.
like when in the Marvel movies when Stan Lee just shows up randomly, that's a cameo.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, so by the way, like which time of my life is the character playing? Like my teenage years now, or I don't know, the future me?
I mean, again, it's your movie, so whatever part of your life you'd like it to be about, it can. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a documentary movie. It could be an action, adventure, a zombie apocalypse movie.
Oh, oh I thought it's a movie about myself. First of all, I gotta say my favorite actor of all time is Mark Wahlberg. Okay.
Okay.
But if they're playing as me in a movie, if I got the question correct, I hope I did, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if someone's playing me, as me in a movie, who looks like me, honestly? I got a question for you now. I'm gonna answer your question with a question. Who looks like me? Who we got? I think we gotta look for a Mexican guy. I'm brown, and they're brown too. So yeah, like it fits the. What's his name? Michael Pena or Pena? What's it?
Michael Pena, yeah.
For now, let's go with him. Okay.
Okay. He's casted now. But now that we have you, every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be 3 people with meaning to you and your story that would be in your movie? And who would be the actors that would play those 3 people?
So like the 3 actors that are going to play the 3 key roles, I would say, in the movie, right?
Well, let's start with the 3 people that has meaning to you that would be in your movie.
Okay. So one would be my partner. She, I think, who can play her role? I'm thinking of. So one would be my partner. One would be my dad, and the other one would be my high school friend.
Okay.
So so my high school friend, I would have what's that guy's name? James Franco? Or...
Yes, James Franco.
Yeah. So my high school buddy would be that guy. My dad would be, who do I say? Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
Yeah. And my partner would be my partner in crime. My partner in crime. No one reminds me of her because like, yeah, like she has to be in the movie.
And we could leave it up to casting. We don't want to
Okay, yeah.
cast an actress he might not like and get you in hot water. It's the
Yeah, so
safest
yeah,
bet.
yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave it to the casting guys. Yeah.
Alright, on to a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
No, I don't like it.
Okay, so
Look, I don't like. Some people are like so against it. You know, like, oh no, you don't put like. For me, if you wanna eat it, I don't know, go for it. Okay, if you wanna have cream on a pizza, go for it. But personally, I don't like it. You know, because it's sweet. Um, pizza is supposed to be cheesy and pepperoni and that like. By the way, I love ketchup. No offense to Italians. I'm sorry, but yeah. um, I mix different sauces from I don't know like mustard, mayonnaise, and ketchup. I mix them all up and I put that on my pizza. Yeah. So, but pineapple, no, thank you.
alright, so we're anti-pineapple on pizza. What's your spirit Pokemon?
Can I be honest with you? I have no idea like what Pokemon is, and I've never watched it.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
just go with Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Yes.
Oh, Pikachu. Yeah, I've heard it. Like the like a it's like an orange thingy, orange or yellow
Orange
thingy.
mouse.
Yeah. Mouse. It's
Yeah.
a mouse.
I believe it's a
Oh.
mouse.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll go with Pikachu.
Good answer. Weirdest question you'll be asked on a wrestling interview, hopefully. Would you ever consider wrestling a Rock, not Dwayne Johnson, an actual physical Rock?
Come again? So would I consider wrestling him?
No, would you wrestle a Rock, an actual Rock, like the mineral, a Rock?
Uh-huh.
A physical
Okay.
one.
Would I wrestle a Rock?
Yes.
That's a question someone would ask me if you were drunk or something. Like, would you wrestle a Rock? I don't know how to answer that, man. Like, would I wrestle a Rock? How much am I getting paid for it? And what am I getting out of it? Like, is it
Well, let's say you're
I don't
getting,
know,
let's say you're getting a good payday, but you're putting the Rock over.
putting the Rock over? It's gonna depend on what part of my career I am at. You know? Yeah. Like, if I lose to Rock, it's gonna like ruin my reputation. Then no, but if it's gonna help me, make more money so I could invest more in my career, then hell yeah, of course, why not? Let's go for it. I'll lose to a Rock. No worries.
Just for context, there's a wrestler named Psycho Mike that indeed wrestled a Rock for over 15 minutes in a Tungsten Man match. That's an Iron Man match that lasts for 2 weeks.
And where did it happen exactly?
In Canada.
Whoa. Things you hear these days. Wow.
I can send you the match
know,
if you'd like.
I've seen people wrestling, dummies in Japan.
Right.
Yeah, that, like, okay, to some extent that makes sense, even though it doesn't. But the thing is, so I got friends on Instagram that they're not wrestling fans, but they know I'm a wrestler and they follow me and like we know each other socially. And like these kind of video clips, like the guy, I don't know, wrestling with a dummy, or I remember there was this video clip where the Japanese wrestler just pulls out a handgun. Oh, am I allowed to say that on YouTube?
Yes, you're allowed.
Yeah, okay. So just pulls out a handgun and everyone just put their hands up. Like they would send this to me. So like you're doing the same thing, ha 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 ha. So personally, I would say that's a disrespect to pro wrestling. I don't like it. I'm sorry. If I have to be honest, these kind of things are making this pro wrestling thing look bad, because like the people who don't get wrestling, they would judge wrestling based on that.
Right.
Okay, they wouldn't judge wrestling based on, I don't know, Stone Cold versus Rock WrestleMania 19. They wouldn't judge wrestling on that.
Right.
They would compare it to this one. Oh, you see the guy who wrestled I don't know, a Stone, a Rock, or a dummy. Are you guys clowns or something? You know, like, I don't like it. I'm sorry.
To each their own. But that match where the guys pulled out the handgun, I do believe one of our guests was actually at that show where that happened. Fun fact.
Well, one of the challenges, like it's like a phobia for me. Like, what should I do if I ever end up in a situation like that? You know what I mean? Like, I go somewhere, I want to wrestle. It's my first time there. I want to make a good impression, and then I don't know. The promoter, the booker says, "Oh, I want you to do this," and the show. What do I do? What? I mean, seriously, like, I don't know how I would react in that situation.
Right.
That's still a mystery, even to myself. I don't know if I would say yes. I don't know if I would say no. Deep down, I know I don't like it, but sometimes, to get what you want, you need to do the things you don't want to do. You know.
Very true.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Man up.
On a serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So I'm a full-time wrestler. I'm getting paid properly by wrestling. I'm defending multiple championships worldwide in different promotions. I'm enjoying every day, same as I'm enjoying right now.
Okay. And what is a match people should go see that best represents what you are all about as a pro wrestler?
AJ Styles versus oh my god, I always keep forgetting that guy's name. Who's the guy? He was AJ Styles' childhood friend, or like best friend. Yes, that guy. So AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Lockdown, Impact Wrestling. I don't know if it was 2012 or 2013. It was like a steel cage match.
And what is a match that you've had, one of your matches, if people didn't, if they didn't know who you was as a pro wrestler, you would show them one of your matches and say, "This is me as a pro wrestler."
My last match. Like for me, okay. I'm training all the time. Like for example, before I go to sleep, when I'm laying on my bed, I just think about different scenarios of wrestling. How can I do if I don't know? Like I put myself in situations where either me or my opponent in the ring, which I love to say my partner in the ring. I don't like the word opponent. Mm. So I put myself in situations where we mess up a spot, and how I can fix that, how I can cover that up. How can I lead to this if I'm supposed to take a bump and I haven't done it yet? So how can I lead to this if I miss a spot? So day by day, I'm trying to get better. So if I wanna send someone, like show someone a match of mine where I would say that, hey, like this is Alireza, the pro wrestler, I would just send them the last match I had, because I believe I'm getting better match by match.
Okay. And can we find that match on YouTube?
The triple threat, me, Sexy Sam, and Fires is not on YouTube yet, but I believe in a matter of like, I don't know, either tomorrow or the day after that, it's gonna be on YouTube.
Perfect.
WrestleFest DXP, YouTube. Season 1, Episode 3.
Perfect. And I will find that match and I will put in the link. I will put in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox. For anybody that hasn't seen it, wants to see it, wants to re-see it after this interview. Alright, and since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom. This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
AJ Styles.
Worst wrestler. You still
Eugene.
there? Huh?
Eugene.
Eugene. Okay.
Yeah.
You're main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Undertaker.
If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
Kevin Owens.
Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is...
Important to some extent.
We would have also accepted taste great on toast.
Cheese.
Squash. Squash.
Sorry.
Vegetable or fruit?
Fruit.
Yes, that is correct. New Japan wrestler Taichi. His ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
I don't wear trunks. I wear pants, so no idea. That's a good question for Sexy Sam. Maybe you should have him on the podcast and ask him.
Well, if you're listening, Sexy Sam, you are hereby invited to be on the show.
Sexy Sam, I challenge you to the 8 questions of doom. Let's get it, baby.
And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
Darby Allin is the guy with the face paint, right? No.
Yes.
No.
The skull paint,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, no. But, man, the bumps he takes are, oof.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he's still alive. Much respect. Much respect. Yeah, but I've never talked to... I've talked to strangers in a supermarket about which, I don't know, flavor of chips is better, or I don't know, something like that. But, yeah, Darby Allin, no.
And that is the correct answer. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Thank you so much for having me here. I honestly enjoyed. Can I be honest? In the beginning, I thought that it's gonna be like a boring interview. How did you start? But right now, I feel like I've had I had a fun time for sure. Again, thank you so much, man, for having me here. Shout out to all the guys, Dubai, Doha, and new places that I'm gonna go, and the people I haven't met yet, and I'm gonna meet you soon.
Absolutely.
And yeah, again, thank you. Thanks so much for having me here. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. And once again, welcome.
And I would recommend your podcast to everyone I meet.
I appreciate that. And once again, where can we find you on social media?
So I'm mostly active on Instagram. Alireza 34 Darvish, ALIREZA 34 DARVISH, Tehran's Outlaw.
And you don't even have to type it into your Google machine. All of the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox, simply click the link. A new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Give him a damn follow. And if you're in Dubai, buy a damn shirt.
And a ticket.
And
to the shows.
Yes, just buy everything.
And buy me a pizza, maybe. I don't know.
But with no pineapple.
No pineapples. No pineapples.
Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. But on YouTube and Castbox, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews, and follow the show at Wrestling with E, but on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Alright, when I say wrestling wit, you say entertainment, okay?
Alright.
For our special guests, Alireza, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.